Hey there. You know, I think sometimes we have these little coincidences, and it's because the universe is speaking to us in ways that we can understand at our soul level, perhaps. And one of the things that kind of happened was I was at school, my kids' school, doing some face painting, and I let them pick what they want for the most part, if I can. One little girl wants a flamingo on her cheek, so okay, that's unusual, but we'll do it. I don't know why she wants it, but of course, once she got it, I had to do two or three more flamingos on her cheek. And I don't remember now because my mind is evidently going. But something else happened that out of the blue with the flamingo. And then I went to the zoo down in Atlanta, and we walked in. I wasn't even thinking about that stuff anymore. First thing I saw, and I just had my head down, wasn't even thinking, looked up, and there was a whole bunch of flamingos. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a lot of coincidences with a very unusual type bird. So I'm thinking, what does it mean? And I think it means, I look it up to see if it's a spirit animal, what it represents. And it's all pretty stuff about, being with others like you and, party stuff and happy stuff. Fine. But I thought a little bit more. And this is why I'm talking to you. The flamingo is notoriously famous for its pinkness. And it's pink because of what it eats, which is I think the shrimp stuff that it eats. And what we eat affects us in ways that are sometimes very good and sometimes not. So obviously, since I've gotten huge in my old age, I need to be careful what I eat. Physically, we should take care of what we put in our physical body, and that was probably a reminder that I don't need some of the stuff I put in here, but also what we consume. If you bring a lot of negativity in your life, you're going to probably turn to the color of negativity. If you bring a lot of positivity in your life, you're going to become a more positive person. If you bring in grief and sadness, you're going to exude grief and sadness. Now, sometimes these things find you. You don't have no choice. Bad crap happens, and you're going to feel what you feel until you don't. But a lot of times we get in a habit of bringing in stuff. It's like things that are not healthy mentally or not healthy emotionally. Things that maybe are just not what's best, okay? Things that make us forget our higher purpose, perhaps, or make us forget, what is right and wrong, to be honest. Sometimes I think those lines between right and wrong get blurred so much that we forget, who we are and what kind of people we want to be, what we aspire to be. So you got to be careful what you ingest, not only physically, but emotionally, spiritually. It's very important, mentally, obviously. It's very important that we pay attention to the things that we have going on in our life. And then perhaps we can have the party and all the nice things that we need too. Got to have balance. If you work hard, you should get to play hard too. But you also need to remember, that our lives affect all the lives around us. We're not alone. We might think we are, but we interconnect with everybody else, and that's great because everybody else can provide support for us if we let them, but we also can provide support for them too. That's the whole thing about, I guess, the group when I think about the flamingos as well. In fact, I'm thinking so much about the flamingos, I might just go paint one or two or three or so on a wall I have that's yet unpainted because I'm going to paint something. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for listening.